Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so I'm gonna do a revisit video today, and it's this. It happened, over 3 months ago so far. So over during the course of the season, the WNBA season last year, and it's the Dijonai Carrington eye poke situation on Caitlin Clark. Now, the reason why I'm doing this revisit video is because the fact of the matter is there's a lot of narratives, a lot of stories going around recently saying that Dijonai didn't mean to poke Caitlin Clark in the eye, that Marina Mary didn't do the eye poke situation, saying poke me in my eye, saying that Dijonai was giving her 3 shots to the dome. Okay. And then they're using Carmelo Anthony's 3 to the dome as a signature of that what Marina Mary meant to Dijonai and why Dijonai did it to her. But one thing you could always realize, video evidence never lie. Videos never lie. Word interpretation never lie in the situation. Now, I do have the clip of Marina Mary saying, and I do have a video clip of video expert, body language expert, Jose Enrique Rosa. And he breaks down, and I only got 3 sections of that clip, so I'm gonna put the full video description full video link in the description so y'all can check it out and determine for yourself. But nonetheless, when a person shoots a 3, and we all know this in basketball, when Steph shoots a 3, he shimmies. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't go to the sideline and wait for one of his players to shimmy with him or whatever the case might be. They kind of celebrate on the court. We see a lot of celebration on the court. I could take it back far as Tina Thompson when she was with the Houston Comets. She shoots a 3 and she does it in the air. Carmelo Anthony's signature 3 to the dome is right after he hits a 3 and he hits the side of his head like that. He does not go to the sideline. His players doesn't go to the sideline cheering him, hitting him in the head. It doesn't go like that. So for this clip with Marina Mary, and I want you to pay attention to it really, really close, because when they was on the sideline, I guess it was a timeout after she hits the 3 and she celebrated. She clearly took her finger to her eye right here before the 3 to the dome even happened, what Dijonai did to her. She took one finger to her eye and turned to the sideline and said, "Poke me in my eye." Now, if many of us have seen this clip and many of us have seen the video, there is no way that you can sit there and say that you look at this video and skip over that part and just say, "Oh, she said 3 to the dome." It doesn't happen that way. It does not happen. Either if you're going to view the video correctly, or you're not going to view the video correctly, or you just going to skim past it, like how many mainstream media pundits out there have done, because they want to make it look like, oh, Dijonai didn't do this. But clearly, not Dijonai, but Marina Mary did do this. So I'm going to show you a clip, and I'm going to come back to you. Now, you see what she did the first time. She said, "Poke me in my eye. Poke me in my eye." Then she laughed about it, her and Dijonai. Then she did that to the side, because she knew the camera was going to catch it. She knew that. So again, why would you insinuate "poke me in my eye"? Poke me in my eye. You know what I'm saying? Now we all know the history of Dijonai and Marina Mabrey goes back throughout the league where they used to go after each other. Now, but they was teammates. Now they're not teammates no more anyway, and that's a story for another day. But you could clearly see it that she's saying, "Poke me in my eye." If you need a revisit, look, I'm gonna show you again. Now, you could call me deaf, dumb, blind, and crazy because I'm not. The fact of the matter is that she insinuated that. She initiated that. She made sure that she told her, she like, poke me in my eye, poke me in my eye. You know what I'm saying? Because in game one of that series, that's what that's what Dijonai Carrington did. Caitlin Clark made a pass, Dijonai missed it. And clearly she took a nosedive, her hand directly in her eye. And you could see her nails. She had long nails. So she deliberately she made a basketball play, but she deliberately went down and nosedive into Caitlin Clark's eye, and then Caitlin Clark fell on the floor, and there was no foul call, there was no review of the call, there was no review of a flagrant foul or a flagrant two at that sense. Me personally, should have been a flagrant two. She should have been kicked out the game. Me personally, the league didn't get involved at all because Kathleen brain dead. She doesn't have the spine to make any literally it's like she don't have no power to do anything to the players. That's just my opinion. Then the Suns organization didn't do anything about it to, because we already know Jennifer Rosati doesn't like Caitlin Clark anyway, the whole Olympic situation. So therefore, and even if when Stephanie White was there, even if she did wanted to do something, I don't think they would allow her to do anything to Dijonai Carrington, and that's why Stephanie White say deuces. So the fact of the matter is that Dijonai Carrington literally did that, and y'all sit up here and say she didn't intend to do it. That just shows how classless, and you should not cover anything dealing with Caitlin Clark if you believe Dijonai Carrington didn't do that. That is false information being put out here on a young lady that didn't deserve it. She been beat up from the beginning of the season to the end, and people sit here and say, "Oh, Angel Reese, flagrant fire her." You got Alyssa Thomas body set a legal screen on her. You had the Kennedy Carter situation. You had Stephanie Dawson from the Mystics chop Caitlin Clark across her arm, and then she didn't get a foul. There's so many different incidents in the league from Caitlin Clark rookie season. We could go down the list of it, and the league did not do anything about it. They didn't do anything to Kennedy Carter when she did it, and I still believe. I don't understand why people who want Kennedy Carter on this team. I don't even care about her basketball acumen about it. It's about being smart. And then you had Angel Reese cheering it on. Like I said, there's so many different incidents that we could go on and on and on. And people sit here just continue to make excuses that is okay. If you covering Caitlin Clark, cover Caitlin Clark. If you don't want to cover Caitlin Clark and you want to straddle the fence, that's up to you. But stop putting out misinformation and making it seem like Dijonai is one of the best players in the league. She's trash. She's not an even good basketball player. All she does is foul. You've seen it in the playoffs when the second round came when they was playing the Minnesota Lynx when her and Caleb McBride was getting into it. Her and Caleb McBride getting into it with Marina Mabrey too. But they couldn't do that. That dirty tactic and play got them bounced out of the playoffs. If Caitlin Clark had two more good people on her team, they would have put Connecticut out. They would have put them out. You know what I'm saying? But they knew that they couldn't slow down Caitlin Clark. So they had what they tried to do is injure her, try to hurt her. You pretty much tried to end a person's career. That's what you did. And for me personally, I don't have no respect for a player like that. You know what I'm saying? We sat back and called Don Taurasi one of the dirtiest players in the league. But these incidents was malicious and with intent. Now I'm gonna get to the next clip with this guy. And where he's going to break down a sequence of, you know, of how it happened, how facial expression, what it means, and everything like that. And I'm gonna go step by step because I took 3 parts of it. I didn't do the whole video, but I took 3 parts of it. So here's clip one.
The book itself, but also the interview to Dijonai to see her words, to see what she is really feeling about this. But in this case, let's start with the poke, which if we see it frame by frame, you see that in all cases, Dijonai misses the ball. You see that she misses the ball, and there's her hand in the air. And once she has realized she has missed the ball, something not that strange happened. I'm gonna say not that strange because it's very on point, particular. She changes the shape of her hand or the position of her fingers from just having the hand open, to block the ball, to this shape. Okay, your fingers together, like the beak of a bird, straight, and it goes down straight into Caitlin's eye, which is, well, with those acrylic nails, was really dangerous. And you can see, by the way, that Dijonai was looking in her direction, something that she's going to deny. I did not know I hit her, something that we're going to see. She says, but you can see for yourself that I say that it's not that strange because, okay, you have your hand open to block the ball, but in a split second, the ball has already gone past, and then she turns her hand into, I want to make sure that you see it. And even the quality of the video, you can see that you can clearly see the acrylic nails all together, and she goes with her hand directly to her face. It's like she could claim that she was going to block the ball, but then why would you get all your fingers in this position and poke downwards right to her face? Something that doesn't make sense. But let's see the interview of
All right, so you seen that first part of the clip and where he was saying that how she swatted at the ball and her hand was open like this, but then you seen her hand close up fast and took a dive into Caitlin Clark's face. Now, if anything, you would have kept your hand open and smacked her in the face. You know what I'm saying? That would have been led to a common foul. You know what I'm saying? You smacked her in the face because you're trying to swat at the ball, but you swat at the ball and then you close your hand and you took a nosedive. Who in the world is going? Who in the world has time to close their hand and nosedive and just deliberately poke somebody in the eye? That was deliberately. And me personally, I don't even think that in the game of basketball, these women should need to have them fingernails. If you're going to have fingernails, keep them at a minimum, not long fingernails. How do you play with that? That's not sport. You know what I'm saying? Unless you run in track and field, that's a whole different thing because you're not dealing with a one-on-one. You're not dealing with people. You individually doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you was playing volleyball and you trying to bat the ball and you got long fingernails and they end up breaking because you know what I'm saying? Or tennis, whatever the case may be, you can't hold a racket in your hand because you got long nails. This is the stuff that the league needs to clean up because you're going to continue to have incidents like this with Dijonai Carrington because you can see her antics in Unrivaled the same way. She has the same antics in Unrivaled the same way, and that's not basketball. That's being reckless and that's being dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's clear to say if you want to, you can clearly say call her a dirty player because of what she has done. Because she's not a great basketball player. Yeah, she runs and up and runs and down and chase and try to chase block shots. Okay, whoop de do. You know what I'm saying? But from a scoring standpoint, she's not good. Defensive standpoint, she all she do is just poke the ball out on lazy dribbling. You know what I'm saying? And she made her reputation against Caitlin Clark in the beginning of the season because Caitlin Clark was getting used to the league at that time. The second half of the season was a wholly, totally different thing. Even you go back to the last game of the season when she thought she was up in Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark shut her down in that game, had run her off and having her knocked down and everything. And I want to go back and say this because in game two, I'm glad that Caitlin Clark knocked Marina Mabrey on her butt. She deserved it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna go to clip two because he's going to break down the facial expression of Dijonai Carrington. And this is very, very important because the fact of the matter is that Dijonai Carrington facial expression changed so many times. And this is where um reporter Christine Brennan was questioning her about it. And this is how Christine Brennan was getting backlash because they felt like she was, you know, being unprofessional by asking the question, which we wasn't. All right, here we go.
Um, did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye?
Notice that when she hears the words, when you swatted at Caitlin, she at first that she is pretty much neutral, has a neutral face, has a I would say that she has a resting face. She doesn't really have an expression until she hears the words. When you swatted at Caitlin,
did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin,
notice notice that she hasn't registered the word yet, swatted. Okay, she still has a neutral face at that point.
did you,
But when she registers the words, like you internalize, you understand, and you know what you're gonna be asked at that moment. This is gonna what happens. Gonna fix it here, mute it for a second, and let's see this frame by frame. Look at her face. What is gonna happen? She's gonna look away or close her eyes and have this face. Okay, it's a face I could say of delight. Why would she make that face? Okay, maybe she realized that she accidentally poked Caitlin's eye, and anybody in their right sense of mind, or with common sense, would be embarrassed about it. Okay, it was an accident. It was not my fault, but I am worried about Caitlin and her eye. But when she hears that mention, okay, you remember that you kind of started on Caitlin, and she does this face, and we know that she wasn't making that face before, because that's why I made sure to show you the neutral expression first, and then she changes and does that face, and then looks back at the reporter with this expression. I mean, it's so much delight in there. It could be it could be so many expressions, but I would like to give her the benefit of the doubt. But first, the movement of the hand doesn't help. The fact that it was a dangerous move, it doesn't help, and the looking away, okay, like trying to hide her face, but then she right now showing it in all its glory, and well, it really doesn't help her case at all.
Now you listen to what he had to say. He said that he gave her the benefit of the doubt, but but the details of her facial expression doesn't help her case at all because the fact of the matter is you can see the sinister look, you can see the smirk grin, the pull back the hair, that she kind of like, looking like, oh, we about to talk about her. Because the fact of the matter is, if Dejanay had any class, which she doesn't, she would have went out and said, hey, you know what? I didn't mean to poke Caitlin. At least acknowledge her, call her name. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do. They kind of shy away from it. They don't want to confront it, but they want to do the damage and then don't want to be held responsible or have accountability for the things that they do. This is pure nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And somebody like Dijonai, she's not gonna last long in the league. She won't even last 20 years in the league. I can see it already because just like Angel Reese, just like all the other ones that try to hold on to get their name off of Caitlin Clark, she's not gonna be in the league long because she's just gonna be a player that's gonna be getting traded back and forth, back and forth. That's it. She's not gonna be on the main team. You know what I'm saying? Her chance to stay on the main team was Connecticut. Now she's gonna be a collector's idol. You know, so to say she's gonna be like a Phineas Stone. They're gonna just collect her, trade her off, trade her off, trade her off, trade her off, and collect her. She's not gonna even have no stability in the league. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And then eventually she's going nobody gonna want to pick her up because as she continues to do these dirty antics in the league, guess what? You see the situation with Kennedy Carter. She'll be the next one that's not going to be picked up, and you'll see her overseas playing because that's the only way she's going to be able to make a living. You know what I'm saying? So now let's go to the last clip, and then I'm gonna get ready to close out.
Here, so we can move on.
Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
Okay, a couple of things that happened here that the reporter is speaking and she kind of looks down. I think I just spotted that. I didn't have a marker. Ah, yeah, she looks down. That is interesting. It's like she doesn't only have that blink. It's very easy to see her blinks with those eyelashes, but she also looks down. Let me point it out afterwards.
Or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I was noticing that when she was like kind of listening to the rest of the question, she had this look. I noticed how different is from the look that she had a while ago when she had the neutral expression. She had her head tilted, and maybe not that tilted, but she had a neutral expression, and her mouth was pretty much a neutral expression. But when she hears the question, notice that there's this sort of pull of the lip corner. I see, by the way, that she's got just a bit of a wrinkle on her left side of the face.
All right. So, nonetheless, we've seen all of that. So now it just goes to show you how sinister this girl is, how devious she is. And I hate to say it because even Melissa Smith, when she poked her in the eye, they celebrated on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even came to Caitlin's defense. She stood by her girlfriend's side and they made fun of it and on TikTok. This is how catty Dijonai Carrington is. And it's pathetic. It's so pathetic. And whoever condones this is pathetic as well. Because the fact of the matter is, this is malicious intent to harm a young lady that brought so much joy and brought a lot of cachet to the game of basketball, women's basketball, and the WNBA. And they so jealous that they scared of her success that they got to go out and try to injure a person. And this is why they're in the position that they're in. And that's why you got a puppet of a commissioner, because she can't even take control of the league because she's scared of the backlash that the players might say something to her. That's a part of the job. Roger Goodell get talked about all the time, but guess what? He still goes out and handle business. You know, Adam Silver, same way. He's weak. The players run the league. You know, he's trying to do all of this stuff. Baseball don't play. They sanction their players for any little thing. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is that the W needs a new commissioner. They need somebody that's hard-nosed, hardball, that's not going to cave in to the Players Association. They're not going to cave in to the players of the league. They're going to do what's right for the league. They're going to make the league more successful, because the fact of the matter is that you have a young lady that's a superstar in this league and the face of the league, and that they need to make sure that she's protected. You know what I'm saying? We seen in the early years when Michael Jordan, when he came into the league, that how the Bad Boy Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers and New York Knicks, all of them tried to beat him up. But after that, after that, they made sure that they put in the Jordan rules. That's what we need to do with Caitlin Clark. Put in the Caitlin Clark rules. You know what I'm saying? Because this nonsense right here is going to cause damage. If she doesn't do it to Caitlin, she's going to do it to somebody else. It's going to be funny how she plays against her ex-teammate Marina Mabrey when they face off. Since Marina Mabrey can't get out of Connecticut now, that's going to be very interesting to see. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. If you like this video, leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. And like I said, I will leave a link at the bottom for y'all to really look at the whole video in full detail. But to me, I just hate that, people, make videos or content out here and then just spew it and just excuse it and say, hey, she didn't mean to do it. That's dumb. That's idiotic. That's not being factual. And I just show you all 4 phases of every video that showed you what it was. So, all right. And again, until the next episode, Live Wire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.